So I want to have a look now at determining the effect upon object references and primitive values when they are passed into methods that change the values. This is all about Java's CallByValue. Java uses CallByValue when it's passing arguments down to methods. What does it mean? It means that a copy of the argument is passed. However, there is a crucial difference in the effect of passing a primitive versus passing a reference. A copy is made of both. That's crucial to remember. But when you're passing a copy of a primitive, it's like making a photocopy of a sheet. The called method can do whatever it wants to the photocopy. You, as the caller method, still have the original sheet. So the called method cannot change the primitive value on you. However, if it's a reference, now there is one object in existence, there's two copies of the references. The caller method has the original reference, but the called method has a copy. So therefore, the object state can be changed by the called method. We need to have a look at both of these in code. So building on from the adult and access modifiers example, I still have an adult class and there's a name and an age in each adult. In main, I declare a primitive. On line 5, set it to 20. I then declare on line 6 an adult, John, who is 20 years of age, passing that into the constructor. I then call the method change down here on line 12, passing down the adult reference, John, and age. So adult is a copy of John, and this age variable here is a copy of the age variable there. In the method on line 13, I change age to 90, and I change the name of the adult to Michael. When I come back out here and do system.out.println of John.getName and the age, I get Michael and 20. So the name of the adult has been changed from John to Michael, but the age is still 20. I'm going to have a look at this on the board because it makes it very easy to see what's going on then. So here you can see up in main, I've declared an int primitive and put 20 in there. Then on line 6, I create an adult John, referring to an adult object here, this circle. The name is a reference to a string, John, and then the age is 20. That's what's set up after line 6. Then on line 7, I invoke the method change, passing down John, passing down age. Java is CallByValue, which means a copy is made of each argument. So there's John is the first one that's going to be passed down there on line 7. So we make a copy of that reference there and we put it into adult. That's what it's called on line 12. So adult now refers to the one adult object. It's the same adult object. You've got two references. Age on line 7 is passed into age on line 12. So therefore, age is copied in here, 20. It's a separate primitive. See, these values are small. Primitive there, it's only 4 bytes. So it's no problem to 4 bytes here. Which of these would you be copying if there's going to be a lot of them? That's a potentially huge object because it could have reference to more objects, arrays, and so on. So you just copy the reference because it's a smaller amount of memory. So that's one way of remembering what is going to be copied. So inside and change, on line 13, we change age to 90. There. Then on line 14, we say adult.setName. So there's the adult. And we go and we call the set name, which should be in here, and it will change the name. Now, what actually happens here is because that is an immutable type, and we talk a lot more about that further in the course, you actually end up with a new string object called Michael. And name refers to it. This then is removed. So when the method finishes on line 15, comes back up to main, we output John.getName, which is going to come back with Michael, and the age, which is 20. That's CallByValue in Java. A copy is made of whatever has been passed down. If it's a primitive, it's like a photocopy of a sheet of paper. If it's a reference, it's like making a copy of the remote control to a television which has no buttons. You've got to go and use the remote control, but then two people can change the television channel. And as you can see in this example, the name was changed that the object contained, but the primitive was not.